to Hodson Stadium in Eugene. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline where she is keeping a close eye on some injury news that's unfolding.
Thank you, guys. I did check in with the Auburn head coach before the game. They have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Guys?
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. The Ducks ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Rashida Downs going up top. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out in front.
Snags it, and he's open. Inside the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Raiola. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's loose. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Out wide left, it's Bear. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Here's Raiola to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Second down to the air. Makes the grab. There he goes. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down.
And how about this running back, man? Coming into the game, we knew he would be a focal point of this offense, but through the air, like not on the ground right now. They're finding ways to get him the football out in space to do some damage, and right now, it's all through the air.
Here's Raiola to throw. That one just came off his hand badly.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Motion from the back. Throwing Raiola. He's got the tight end. Touchdown Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run the counter. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Makes the catch, it's Kane. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Straight ahead, it's Butler. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. In the backfield, it's Pope. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Butler. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Pope. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Needs it here on 4th down. He's not afraid to go deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Down in the end zone. The big play there, and the defense gets the stop. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll try the right side. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Ducks! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Running inside, it's Butler. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for once.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Dangerous throw on that one.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
The give. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here's the give off the left side. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Ducks will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Right back to the well. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line.
It's a fumble. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Raiola rushes on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Quarterback changing the play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Looking down the left side. Wide open. He makes the catch. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Raiola to throw. Buying time to his right. He'll pull it down. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end, making the adjustment on the play. This quarterback, part of their running game. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's Raiola to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Trying to convert the 3rd down. Here's Raiola. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Handoff to the lone back. At the 35, he's open. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Right side, it's Eccles. And he's brought down after a nice game. Auburn lines up quickly.
And, man, guys, we talked about this guy coming into the game, right? He's good, and he can catch the football. He can make plays. That's his first target on the day. And I think the defense is just as surprised as we are, but the offense definitely got to get this guy more involved.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Fresh center downs going to the air. They're all over him. Left side is Holt. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And the Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snags it. doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
That textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just a precious few ticks remaining. This likely the final play of the first half. It's 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We start with the San Jose State Spartans taking on the number 15 team, the Purdue Boilermakers. And it's San Jose State with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Throwing Raiola. He's got it. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Hauls it in. Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
He lets it fly. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that's exactly how you draw it up on offense, man. You run the football, you get those bodies committed, Jesse, and you use speed out wide with a little bit of play action.
A really nice job of setting it up by the play caller. You're right. Those linebackers and safeties, they want to come down and support the run, but a really nice throw, excellent route, and they're able to connect for a massive TD.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. On the ground with the counter. They put the brakes on it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Oh, pressure's coming. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And I think the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The flag and another delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right? And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back.
Break. So let's all. Down, ready, go, go.
Raiola. Out wide right, it's Hampton. At the 45 on his way. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Raiola to throw. Turns it upfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Runs through the tackle, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful. And
hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Booster, boost, go!
Play action. Dylan Raiola under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that's frustrating for an offense, man, because you got great field position set up. You want to be aggressive. You want to take advantage of it. But in order to do that, the offensive line has to do their job. You've got to give your QB time. They don't do it. And back-to-back plays, they're going the completely wrong direction.
He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt is on its way. Trying to get started. Slips through the line. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Quick give. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it.
Makes the grab and room to run. The 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wide receiver going in motion. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. He got it back corner of the end zone.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Callaway. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Here's Raiola to throw. Right side, it's Hampton. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Handoff from the gun. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Trying to squeak through the pile. There he goes. The 50. Inside the 40. Past the 20. The 10. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And this is one of those where you go, oof, you start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable having the big lead to +2 possessions in the fourth quarter, but now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Makes the grab.
It's pretty amazing at this point in the game, they're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple of minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win, but they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
Time to take a shot. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They'll run it on fourth down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in fourth and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Back's got it on the screen.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Listen, the defense gave up a couple of yards, but they're happy to give that up because they know the clock is still ticking. They're trying to bleed this thing. If you want to throw it over the middle of the field inbounds, they'll give that to you all day.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Snapped on 4th down. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Got to make the play on fourth. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. That's his third touchdown of the game, and give him 16 on the year.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Throwing Raiola. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Handoff to the single back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Swapped immediately.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. And that one ought to help us build the drama down the stretch. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try it over the left side. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll ride the hot hand. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Running it to the right. Makes the tackle. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on third down. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. And they've moved out front here on the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Play action with Raiola. Look out! It's incomplete. They can't stretch out the lead as the 2-point conversion attempt fails, but they'll still try to hang on for the final seconds. And he's going to bring this one out. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Keeps it on the ground. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Rides to the back. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for the squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.